Good evening and welcome to Gray Barn Antiques and Collectibles of Andover, New Jersey. Tonight's video is going to feature two of our many vendors in our shop. We're going to first visit with Reloved with Hart, and then we're going to visit with Vintage Crush. Reloved with Hart and Vintage Crush are both 20% off items not marked firm. That is the same price for cash, credit card, as well as PayPal. So if you're purchasing online, we do accept PayPal. We'll send you a PayPal invoice, which will include shipping if you need items shipped to you. So we're going to delve in first. Now, both vendors have shelves in what we call the case room. So that's where we started last night when we did the Jazzy Junk video. And we're going to start in here as well tonight. We're going to visit Relove with Hart's locked shelf here. And then we're going to visit Vintage Crush has a bookcase in this room, which has more of her pop culture items. And then we'll make our way over to Vintage Crush's shelf that's in another case in this room. And then we'll head on back and we're going to visit their booths. And then in the back of the shop, we're also going to visit with Relove with Hart's two bookcases. So a lot of our vendors have quite a bit of space in the shop, and many of them want more. We just don't have a big enough shop. And every time I say the words, I think we need a bigger shop and should move, the looks I get from Dawn, not so nice. So I'm just kidding. No, we're not moving again. It was a lot of work. Maybe if I was 10 years younger, I would. So you can see her vendor code is that upper letters, DNT. And then the bottom number, that 16, is the price. The 1025 is just her inventory code. So that's how you read our tags. So we're taking 20% off that $16. That becomes $12.80. Now these, I've had a lot of people look at these salt and peppers. They are of a particular pattern. They are L.E. Smith's Mount Pleasant. So they have this particular band across it. They have a silvering line across it. So that pair of cobalt shakers is $20. You can see a split in the top. That was, well, maybe not that. They both, I don't know which one was the salt, but you can see the pitting, which the salt causes quite a bit. That is a 1974 Kenner Boy Scout doll. Steve Scout, he is $20. So you can buy Steve the Scout for $20. And again, if I go past any items in this video that you need more information on or you wish to purchase, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. Our ways of communicating with you are located up in our bio section. We do prefer Facebook Messenger only because it lets us keep timestamps and is much easier for me when I get in to the shop to start pulling all the items together. Like I said, we had a very busy evening and early morning with all the wonderful things that everybody had seen in our videos from yesterday. $6.40 for this cute little baby brush and comb set. It looks like Roosevelt. What is this thing? It's Captain Kangaroo. I thought it was, kind of looks a little bit like, look at his eyes, crazy eyes. $6.40 for the cute little Captain Kangaroo cup. So, oh, there's a set, but they're not the same size. I have a customer looking for a pair of crystal salt and pepper shakers, and I know my vendors do watch these videos as well. So if you heard me, please be sure to bring them to me at the counter so I can send them right to her to see if they meet her needs. So this is now Vintage Crush's bookcase. And as you can see, it is the pop culture. You have a SpongeBob lamp for $24, the wicker dollhouse furniture, and things like Great Adventure, bells. We have our Warner Brothers, all kinds of great stuff. And again, you're taking 20% off. Hershey Chocolate Company bank that actually rolls. The wheels do work, and you have the tin portion on the top is just $7.20. So when you see a red price like that, as long as it doesn't say firm, you're taking the 20% off of that 12, so that becomes $9.60. Some cute little Winnie the Pooh plaque set here. And that's for all three pieces. It's $28. Oops. And she does have the measurements on there, which is fantastic. A little bit of dollhouse furniture. You might have seen some of the dollhouse furniture yesterday in our visit with Jazzy Junk. So our vendors are looking out for dollhouse furniture because that is one of our #1 requested items. Care Bear, Star Wars. This cool little die-cast truck here, as is. Crack front fender. Oh, see, my mother must have been driving that one. Okay. Cute little music box. So again, if you need any information on any of these items that I'm showing right now, our past videos or our posts, please reach out to us and we will gladly get you the information. So if you don't have, you're not obligated to buy. I send pictures to people all the time with the prices and the information to make decisions. That's pretty cool. Lucite paperweight for $24 with a real flower. Oh, that's so cool. Look at that. That is a real flower. It's amazing how they can preserve that. You get the 4 fountain pens, one money, $40. So it's $10 a pen. They are not currently functioning. There's no ink in them, so you can still get the cartridges on Amazon, probably in Staples as well. Some great Christmas tree brooches here, 24 and 20 they become. Beautiful Goble Airedale Terrier for just $17.60. That's a beautiful little figurine. She's got some great cut to clear in here. So remember last night we visited with a piece of blue jasperware. Now here we have the lavender jasperware from Wedgwood. And then we have some beautiful cut to clear crystal stemware as well. And that is in the color. That is ruby glass, that's emerald glass. It is in there. Unusual vase for $48. And some cherished teddies with the box. That's a set. That's a 3-piece set there. We actually put it in here because people kept coming up and trying to buy just one of them. And really, you don't want to break up a set like this. You know, it's a fantastic set. And you're getting 3 of them for $24. So we're going to head on to the back of the shop. And peanuts for packing. We are closed today, so Don and I were in here. I was doing the invoices again, and we still have a lot of packing to do from our Sunday Night Live, and then a few of you added some more things to your piles from our videos from yesterday. So this is Auntie's attic, who I visited with on Thursday. I do have her lights off in her booth. That's why it's a little dark. We visited with Pickin' Wildflowers last night. So now we're going to visit tonight with Reloved with Hart. She has this booth, and then her neighbor across the way and right behind her is Vintage Crush. She has 2 booths back here. And then we'll go to the back to visit the other spaces. Now, we're not going to focus on the doilies tonight. If there's a doily you see that you want, I really need a screenshot and exact timestamp. Just saying doily, it's not enough information for me to find those pieces for you. We do a monthly, we're going to probably do one soon again of the doilies and the ephemera and the buttons and such. That's a very popular Facebook Live. Every Wednesday night at 5:30, we do a weekly Facebook Live, which is items that I choose throughout the shop from our many vendors that are usually new to the shop that day or have been marked down significantly, and they're items which can be shipped. So that's always a fun time. No registration required. I have done remains of the sales in the past. We have maybe 2 or 3 things left over, so it's not worth posting a video anymore. These are quilt squares. They're 8 1/4 by 8 1/4 for $16. Again, this is Reloved with Hart. She has some junk journaling items here. And again, take 20% off the items not marked firm. For our local folks, the bookcase that I just showed you is not for sale, but the furniture on the back wall is. And the hanging shelves are, I don't know if these ones are for sale, but if that is something you are interested in, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. Again, you are taking 20% off the items not marked firm. That's not bad. $16 for the cabbage cutter. Nice old level here. And you can see our vendors have eclectic mixes of everything. $20. Be sure you always look up. You never know what you're going to find. As you can see, this vendor took advantage of the height of our walls here and has put in a nice tall shelf. I'm not sure that watering can ship, but I do believe it will incur fees, the surcharge, as will this crate. I know somebody was asking me for crates. Those are larger. If it is something you're seriously interested in, Don can figure that out for you. $24 on the Warner's milk crate from 1949 from the Warner Dairy. Beautiful ironstone antique pitcher for $60. Nice decanter for 21 becomes what, 1760, I think. This is a set of 2 of the wine glasses for $8. Sorry, my hand started to go a little sideways there. Here's a nice pewter tray. It's not, I know a lot of people are looking for silver plated trays, but they also like the pewter. And that is $11.20. And she's got it at 12.5 inches diameter, so that's a nice deal. It's pretty clear, just a plain glass pitcher for just $6.40. I know some people like to paint on glass as well, and they do some amazing work. Or just use it. Glass is so much better for you than plastic, so you can always put that in your fridge with your orange juice if you have a lot of guests. What a fun way to put out the juice in the morning. We have some Royal Albert here. The Old Country Rose, the #1 pattern in the world still. So we have the coffee pot for $56, and we did comp on that, and that is a good price for that. When I say comp, we look at like eBay sold and some other sources. 23 and then 20% off. The lidded butter dish for $32. We have some beautiful pieces of porcelain down here. It's 12 becomes $9.60. Single little Nippon bowl for $4.80. Okay, I'm gonna come over to here. Nice little toolbox. See, the heavy pipe wrench is $20. The toolbox is $26, and then the 20% off. And as we always say, you have to look down, look up, and look all around, because our vendors allocate every inch of space in their booth, as we do throughout the shop. So you can see that black light is illuminating the uranium glass very nicely. These pieces are all sold separately. So we have a Depression pink cup for $2.40, and then we have the hard to find condiment glass spoon for $8. We have the Jeanette glass. That's 2 ends on the Jeanette, and that's the set of them, 12 of them for $40. So that's a good deal when you break it down that way. And they are pink. My phone tends to show everything orangey when it's actually pink. These are all pink. They're not peachy. You can see the pink on the lamp and on the item behind it, the flash glass tray platter, that is $8. And we have a lot of smalls up here, which again, I am very happy to get you more information on any of these items. Like I said, it's easiest if you can screenshot or give me the exact timestamp and then send me a message on Facebook. That's my preferred way. Otherwise, you can email us at findus@graybarnantiques.com. If you click right on the top of our page, $7.20 on that. That's a cute little teapot. Right at the top of our page, you will see a hyperlink to our website on our YouTube channel. If you click on that, it'll take you right to our home landing page of our website. And if you scroll down a touch, you'll see the links to our Facebook, Instagram, as well as our email information on there. So sometimes that's easier just to click on that and then click on the Facebook to get to us. Nice block and pulley for $20. You can see an eclectic mix of everything in here, as many of our vendors do. A lot of them specialize in one kind of thing, or you can tell their taste. Great price on these little jars. You have one there for $5.60. That one doesn't have a lid back there for $4.80. I know people will probably ask me about this. I'm trying to turn this so we can actually see the tag. It is newer, but it's very cool. It's only $6.40, and there are the measurements on that. So it's just a cool, made to look old, very good price on that. I've had a lot of people ask me about the scale face that I'm going to show you. I wonder if that percolator has the cord. Let's see this. The side of it. Let's see. What does this say? Vintage Farberware electric A-cup coffee pot works and complete for $24. So these are the best for making coffee. That's the weight I was talking about. I told Don I saw a weight on the floor. Somebody was looking for a weight, and I knew I saw one. Now I won't forget, and he won't have to wait next time. All right, so this is a repro. It's just a decorative piece to hang. It's only $4. It looks, if you look at it quickly, it does look old. It's just a paper label as opposed to being on the actual piece. Would have been like a metal plate or whatever. So we have a nice pair of ice tongs for $16. Copper molds. Doors like that we cannot ship. Very cool. $24 on no matter how distant the highways we roam, our thoughts use the highway that leads back to home. Another typewriter. We actually just shipped a typewriter today. It's about 20 to. That one was actually to Washington. It was 19 pounds. That was $30 to ship that. So just to give you an idea, we do ship things like this. We did commercial rate on that for $30. Post office was $58. So we do save you a little bit on that. Here's solitary little 560 cookie cutter. And here's little Peter Cottontail, little children's book. That is $6.40 for 1956. Little Peter Cottontail. So on the booth behind us, those are items that go to Vintage Crush. So we're gonna, that is, oops, let's do the center of Reloved with Hart as well. We have some pretty pieces here. Again, this is pink, not peach. 12 on this one, and then 17 and 20% off on that one. Not able to ship this lamp safely. We do get a lot of requests to ship lamps, and they're just, unless they're small, it's not a easy task to perform. So I'm going to turn, and we're going to check out vendor Vintage Crush. And you can see her 20% off sign back there. So she's got this booth and the one over there. And if you hear the door open, that means dinner's here. Of course, by the time you see this, it'll probably be like 3 in the morning, and dinner will be done by then. So her furniture's for sale in this booth. We have a lot of great pieces. Again, 20% off. We are now visiting with Vintage Crush. We have five glasses for just $2.40, folks. After the holiday, she marked them down. $3, $2.40. Vintage Irish coffee stemware. So some great pottery. Like I said, most of our vendors have an eclectic mix of everything. An open puzzle for $9.60. This is a nice MCM red enamelware dish, 9.5 inches at $16. Unable to ship the copper holder. We've had people ask about that in the past, so I already know the answer on that. Some unusual artwork, 15 by 18, vintage pastel, 36. Is it pastel or is it a print? I don't know. $8 on the ball jar. Pretty picture frame for just $7.20. 8 3/4 by 6 3/4 is the total, and then it's a 4 by 6 holder. These are nice little cups. Set of 3 for $9.60. These are actually peachy pink, and they're made in Japan, so they are a little older. They almost feel a little like they are stoneware. They're almost like an ironstone weight to them. So very nice set of glasses there. Hey, button collectors, we got a button lamp. We could ship this without the shade, and that would be $32. So you'd have to replace the shade. And we have $6.40 on that. I thought my mother had a few of those pieces. $8 on the Villeroy Bach. Cannot ship this shelf, but for our local pickup, that is $64. A nice shamrock cup and saucer for $24. A pretty little set here for $12.80. Rooster for $16. She does have a few LPs here. Flower Frog, $9.60. This is the thicker one, like we sold the other day on last week's live. 5-inch, 13 hole. Oh, that's nice. Okay, I know a lot of you like these kind of things for planters and stuff, and that's just $2.40. This is a fun little craft project. It is missing the handle. It does have a lot of character, we're going to call it. You know, they say patina, but it is a lot of character. That's very unusual for just $2.40. And as you can see, it's a great little piece in your vignettes to hold things in, a great planter, and the price is right. So $12 on that little planter there. There's some of the, it's not Franciscan. This is another brand, $14.40. Nice old stamp on that. Look at that, made in France. And they are 8 inches, and you get $14.40, and that is each plate. So we have 4 plates, and they are $14.40 each. What's this little guy here? $4 for the art pottery trinket dish. More pink. Set of 4 for $4, so $1 a glass. Not super old. They are pretty. Old magazine for $9.60. Just kind of go over to here because I think I missed this area earlier. And oh, there's a good deal there. Let me show you this. These are the Jeanette Cherry Glass, Cherry Blossom, $2.40 for the saucer only. But you can see this is the older, and it is nice and pink. Some smaller books, $6.40. There's a pretty picture frame there. I'm going to back up so it's not so jaunting when I come back here. A couple of old kitchen tools. We got a big white handle here. $4.80. Great deal on that. That is the pie. What do they call it? Cake comb breaker, it's called. And we have this little guy with a wood handle for $2.40. So some fun old kitchen tools right there. $10 on the little working thermometer. $16 on the wall pocket. Great little smalls in here. Pretty little bird. And he is just $6.40, and that is a figurine. Yellow pitcher for $12, a single carnival glass goblet for $12. This has been marked down from $23 to $12, so just $9.60 for the 4 roses pitcher. We have another little cherished teddy with his box for $12. Ryan. Some Jim Shore. Jim Shore is $28 with the box. We're going to come over to this cabinet now. And again, please do not hesitate to send me a screenshot if there's something that you saw, or give me the timestamp of what caught your eye and you need more information on and you wish to purchase. All right. Okay, that's the paperweight is $20. The Hart warmer is $8 for the wax warmer. This is a nice piece of Moriagi dragonware, $28, so that'd be $22.40. So dragonware, because it is a dragon, and then the Moriagi is the type of paint. It's this raised paint, vintage Japan. Sometimes they call it Satsuma. Shoulder, and Satsuma is a little bit different. It usually has that gentleman in it. So these are fun. Just $14.40 for the stacking candy dish. Lucite vase for $40. A bunch of lovely mugs. Unusual art. Jar of buttons for $14.40. Just say no. This is an assortment. There's all different ones in here. Shap means people power. So interesting. A lot of buttons in there. So that's a pretty good deal. $14.40. Better Homes and Garden Cookbook. All right, put that. There's another cherished teddy. Let's put the cookbook back where it belongs. This pair of, we just sold a pair of the Bronze Baby, but what, $8 for the pair. They were bookends. $8 for the Bronze Baby shoe bookends. So it's a really good deal. They've got good weight. They will hold your books up. So if you see anything in here that you need more information, again, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. $2.40 on the Tabernash bottle caps. But with the great thing with bottle caps is you can paint these. If you put clay in there, and you can make little pies for your doll houses. That's what I used to do when I was a kid. This is cute. Look at this little Mercury type bird. Oh, wow. It's got a fancy little head. Let's see that. I want to just take that. No, I can't really unclip him. What's your price, little bird? Can't quite get there. There, it's inside the birdie. $4.80, as is. Antique Mercury glass bird ornament, missing the tail and the clip. So the tail would have been that big that would have came out here, like you would have had those white filament type strings, and he would have had a clip on the bottom. But because of that, he's just $4.80 because he's missing parts. People like these little vintage buttons on the card. So the Bermuda button on the card is $4. Wishes. This doesn't belong here. This belongs, well, if you're interested, and this is from Belmont Farmhouse, this one's actually 30% off, but it's made its way around to the other side of the shop. So that does not belong in this vendor's booth, so we're going to put that back. But if you're interested in it, it's Belmont Farmhouse, 30% off. So just $8 on that pewter buddy mug. We have some nice pieces over here. Lenox, this is cute. $2.40 for the baby planter. That's a very good price on that. I know there's people who collect these. That's a very good deal on that, actually. And this is 5 inches. So if he does not sell overnight, he will be on tomorrow night's show. Don't just lay there on your fanny. Get well soon. And that's just $8. Some great cups and saucers. Some nice little Johnson Brothers Friendly Village butter pats for $8 each. Soapstone trinket box with lid for $5.60. I'm just gonna put this down so I actually have my hand free, but I don't want to put it where I'll forget about it. So that's nice. That's really cute. That's very nice. All right. 3-piece set for $24. Another one for $24. We have a cute little creamer here for $11.20. I love how it has the flowers on the inside of the spout as well. So it does have some nice age to it. We have the silver lace cake plate. I was going to say Spanish lace. So we talked about the other day where if it doesn't have the pattern, it's just a straight up, the silver crest is actually not silver. It's just clear, but it looks silver. This is the silver lace. So you can see it has this pretty embossing on the cake plate and on the base. So that's Spanish lace with the silver crest. And that is $43 and then 20% off. I can't believe this little guy's still here. He's just $16. I love the size of this. It's a whole Rose Parade. It's got some nice age to it, but it's a cute size. Colors are just magnificent. A must for a vintage kitchen. And a really nice price. And such an unusual shape on it, too. It just makes it such a fun little piece. We have this great piece of Blendo MCM black and white martini pitcher and 5 glasses. That's $95 and 20% off, so it's $76 for all 6 pieces. We're going to turn and go to her second booth. And I just have a message pop up. I will get to that as soon as I'm done with my video. So this is her second booth. And no, we can't ship the owl. Maybe he could, but it would take a lot of packing material and to make sure it arrives safely. So here's a nice vintage garbage can for $28, so that'd be $22.40. You can see the colors on it are great. They are nice pink roses. We have a bunch of these little bags of spools for $7.20. Fun little this table's just gorgeous. Local pickup only. The star doily is $6.40. So if you claim the star, you can actually claim that one because I showed it and it's a shape like a star, so I know what you're talking about. The old box is $32. All right, let's kind of step back so we can come into this booth. Jewelry box, I don't know if Don can, that would incur a surcharge. So, because I'm heading this off at the pass because I know a lot of people are going to ask about that. Peggy Hart glass, she's no longer around. That is a New Jersey brand of glass. Peggy Hart, she did the infused glass. Used to be able to go over and actually they had tours back then. We never made it to a tour, but we did go to the outlet. It was over here in Randolph. First aid pamphlet, $7.20. You and Your Contented Baby, $6.40, 1973. Fun. Bag of matches for $3.20. Not sure how old those are. And again, this is Vintage Crush, and you are to take 20% off the prices if they're not marked firm. And I've not seen any firms. Okay, so don't forget, we have things here up on the landing here. What are these? $8. More Irish coffee glasses been marked down. These are the fun ones because they actually have the recipe on it. So I'm not sure you can really see that, but there we go. Whiskey, sugar, cream, and your coffee. So that's the actual recipe. This has been marked down to $20. Vintage candle sconce, cups and saucer sets, $28. $8 on that. Some more great artwork. And I can absolutely get you more information and measurements on anything that you might have to see. Atlas. We sold an Atlas last week. That one was $12. And they're here. This is a cute little candy dish. Just $8 with the lid. It is clear glass. Very pretty. These glasses, we had the larger ones as well. She sold those. That is for Astoria. The pattern is called Vogue. And you see how they even list like little issues like that. Just a flea bite on there. So this is her curio. That looks like uranium glass down there. And I'm not going to visit with every item. Like I said, please just message me anything that you need to find out more information about. This cruet's just $9.60. $20 for the Pretty little bowl. Okay. That's a pretty piece of glass back there. That 1890s swirl lens creamer is just $12. Some vintage clothing, beautiful plates. And yes, you do hear crinkling of paper. All right, let me back up so we can also get this spot here. And again, you are visiting with Vintage Crush, Gray Barn Antiques and Collectibles of Andover, New Jersey. Be sure to join us every Wednesday night at 5:30 for our weekly Facebook Live. This is pretty. She's recently reduced that from 30 to 20. We take that 20% off, making that $16. An Eggerman round ruby cut clear Bohemian lidded dish. Very pretty. Cake carrier chrome lid for just $22.40. Cute little box here for just $10. So this part here is open, and then you have the single little drawer, and somebody did a cute little job with the hand painting. It's like nice chunky painting. I like that. $9.60 on the bowl. Some baskets, music, and now we're going to go on. This is a cute little purse for just $8 and still has the tag on it. 8x6. I love when they do that. So this is a nice little crossbody. And $40 on that nice canister. And we have our swan up there for $40. So we're going to head on back to visit with Relove with Hart's 2 bookcases. I'm going to swing on by. Here's I put a picture up the other day. This is Lazy Q Ranch. She is 25% off. So I'm just going to glance the camera slowly over. So again, you can take screenshots or just let me know at what timestamp you saw something that you need to get prices on. More pictures, I absolutely will send pictures, never a problem. And over here is Cavalier Collectibles. And she has a bookcase and a shelf in the front room. So let's do that while we are here. And again, the same thing. Please just screenshot it or timestamp it and tell me which item it is, and I will get you the pictures and the prices. The Beanie Babies, I think, are like $2.40 each. All right, and I'm going to turn. We are going to go over. We can start over here in the corner with New to You. And all the vendors on this side are 20% off. And Cavalier Collectibles is a 20% off. Just Lazy Q Ranch is 25% off. This is New to You. I'll try to stay on each shelf so that you can look at the items and then send me requests for information and pictures. That seemed to work so well yesterday, and I know a lot of people had fun watching the videos and being able to shop at a leisurely pace. And then just sending me messages. And don't worry about what time you're sending me messages. I don't have my phone on the sound, so I'll just see everything in the morning, and then I go by timestamps. So this is Relove with Hart. She has these 2 bookcases back here as well. So do not hesitate to reach out to us to get more information. And as far as social media goes, when I say us, it's me. I do love the blue and white sets. So this is Liberty Blue Staffordshire. So the gravy boat with the underplate is just $20. $12 on Paul Revere creamer. And we have the nice serving bowl. And that is $20. And we've already shipped a bunch of that. Now this is the Cobalt. This is the L.E. Smith Mount Pleasant. This is the stuff that matches the salt and pepper set in that front case room. So it is not just plain cobalt. There is the lights. You can see the silver striping on those pieces. On some of it, it's worn away a little bit. So cast iron. We tend not to ship cast iron anymore. We shipped it once, and because of changes and fluctuations in temperatures, it does not do well. And then our last vendor back here is our vendor Thrifty Rick. That's a pretty piece of amber there for $12. This is a musical teapot. That's been marked down to $1.60. All right, so it does have a chip on the spout. It does have a music box. I'm not sure if that works, but that's just $1.60. Marked down a lot of teapots. That one's just $1.60. How much is this one? So $4 on that one. So if you're not purchasing these things tonight, I will probably be pulling some of that stuff up for tomorrow night because those prices are amazing. Is this tin? No, this is cool. Regency ware, made in England. How cute is this? This little sugar, what perfect little spring piece there. $12. That's a lot of fun. We got some great green bottles. I know a lot of people like to do projects on that. $7.20. Not able to ship the lighthouse lamp. I didn't see the price on this the other day. Just kind of saw that it's here. It's $20 for the set of the 3 canisters. And they are the tin. So again, these 2 bookcases are Thrifty Rick. He is a 20% off vendor. Do not hesitate to reach out to us if there's anything you need more information on. $11.20 for the brass music box. Vintage postcards. Jar of jewelry. And that is $6.40. 5-inch tall jar, and you can see what's in there. Not sure if it's wearable or if it's just crafting project. $6.40 for a jar of matches. Kitty cat looking into the cup. How much are you? $8. And it has the years and all the information on it. Ooh, I know people like these kind of things. How much is this tin? Let's pull that out. That's a cute little French letterbox. It is reproduction, but $4. It does look vintagey, and that is just $4 for that. That is from Thrifty Rick. I'm just going to put that there for now. And I'm just going to pan on back. So this is the back of the shop. Our bookcases back here. These 5 bookcases, 3 different vendors, all 20% off. And I'm going to turn slowly and come on back up. You can see the lights are out. It's after hours. And I'm just going to come right over here. This is Bushel and Pet Collectibles. Also 20% off. I think everybody... Okay, so just Picking Wildflowers on this side of the shop is the only vendor that has a different discount, and she is 40% off. There is my towel rack that I have to put back, and this is Redreamable, who has a booth on the other side as well. So I want to thank you for visiting with us. You do not have to inquire just about the booths that we are in tonight. I know I'll probably get questions on this, so let me just, 1920 on the 8x8 silver-plated teapot. Look at the spout on that. So we're going to wrap up with a quick glance for over here. I want to thank you, as always, for joining us. Check out our bio on how to reach us. Like I said, I prefer the Facebook Messenger. Just click on the website link, and that'll take you to all the ways that you can get a hold of us. Thank you, and have a great night.